Good day, everyone. Today, let's dive into a topic that's becoming more relevant every day. It's cyber attacks and cybercrimes. Since almost all of us are constantly online, whether for school, for work, or simply for scrolling through social media, understanding these issues and learning how to protect ourselves is crucial. So let's get started. My name is Earl Gabriel Ifule. I'm from BS Information Technology 3S MP2, and the contents of my report is about types of cybercrimes, types of cyber attacks, types of phishing attacks, types of password attacks, denial of service attacks, and HTTP attacks. First is, what is cyber attack? Uh, a cyber attack is when someone tries to gain unauthorized access to your system or data. The goal it is to expose, alter, or steal, or even destroy it. For example, think back to Comelec data breach in 2016, where millions of people or Filipino voters records leaked online. Imagine your personal information like your address becoming public. That's a real life cyber attack. This attack don't just target individuals. They can also hit organizations or even governments. The motives vary: data theft, financial harm, uh, or just plain reputational damage. For instance, hackers might steal credit card information from online shoppings through sites or disable company system for ransom. Uh, Next is types of cybercrime. First is cyber-specific crime. These crimes exist solely because of the internet. Without the internet, they wouldn't exist. A good example is hacking, where someone gains unauthorized access to a computer system to steal or manipulate data. Cyber-related crimes, uh, these are traditional crimes that have been become easier because of technology. For example, fraud used to require face-to-face interactions. Now, scammers just need to fake website or phishing email to trick people. Next is cyber-assisted crimes. These are traditional crimes that use technology to make things easier. For example, online scams. Remember those fakes Shopee or Lazada links? People click the link and they enter their details, and then suddenly their money and accounts are gone. Next is cyber exacerbated crimes. This is when the internet worsens the effects of traditional crimes. And there is cyberbullying. Harmful messages. What is cyberbullying? It is the harmful messages spread through social media can lead to severe emotional distress. Think of Amanda Todd, whose story highlighted how devastating cyberbullying can be. Next is cyberstalking. This involves monitoring someone's activity online to intimidate or to scare them. Imagine getting Facebook friend request from someone who just wants to spy on you. Next is pedophilia. Unfortunately, predators use the internet to share illegal content and find victims. Just recently, authorities cracked down on online groups involved in these crimes. Next is cyber-specific crimes. These crimes is unique to the internet. Why? Cyber and there is cyber trespassing. It is breaking into restricted systems or data. Think of hackers targeting government sites just to prove they can do it. Next is cyber vandalism. Defacing websites. For instance, Anonymous is known for hacking and altering websites as a form of protest. But what is cyber-specific crimes? It is a crimes that wouldn't exist without the internet or considered the only true cybercrimes. Next is cyber attacks. First is viruses. Viruses are self-replicating programs that attach to files and spread across systems. They remain dormant until triggered by user action. A famous example, the I love you virus. It is created by a Filipino way back in 2000. It is spread worldwide, causing billions of dollars in damages. And this is the virus. Next is worms. Worms are similar to viruses but don't require user action to spread. They exploit vulnerabilities in networks. For example, the WannaCry ransomware attack affected by affected hospitals and business globally. Next is phishing. This is when attackers send fake emails pretending to be legitimate organization. For example, you might receive an email saying your bank account is locked. Click here to reset. If you fall for it, your login details could be stolen. Next is malware. Let's talk about malware. Malware is short for malicious software. Its purpose to disrupt systems, steal data, or cause damage. Common types it includes Trojans. What is Trojans? Trojans disguise as a legitimate programs but grant unauthorized access to attackers. For example, downloading a free game that ends up stealing your files. Examples of notable Trojans: NetBus, Sub7 by Mobman, Back Orifice, Dark Comet, Ghostrat. Next is the spyware and adware. What is spyware? It monitors your activity and collects personal information. It serves as a spy in your personal information. Adware displays unwanted ads that can sometimes install malware on your systems. Next is rootkits. Rootkits allow attackers to control their computer without a detection. A similar example is the controversy surrounding some smart TVs that were accused of spying on users. Next is phishing. Just like I said earlier, phishing is stealing your personal information without noticing it. Here are some phishing techniques. The first is the spam emails. These are generalized fake emails pretending to be from legitimate sources. For example, congratulations, you've won a free trip to Paris. Click here to claim your prize. But instead of prize, your data just gets stolen. It's fake. Next is spear phishing. This is a targeted attack, often aimed at specific people or companies. For instance, a hacker might impersonate your boss and request sensitive information for you. Next is hostile profiling, targeted phishing using information from user registrations to direct fake requests. Next is whale phishing. This targets high-profile individuals like CEOs or executives to access confidentiality company data. And rockfish attacks uses numerous fake websites and proxy systems to evade detection, creating long URLs to mimic legitimate sites. Next is password attacks. Password attacks aim to crack or guess your passwords to gain access to your accounts or systems. Type of password attacks. First is dictionary attack. Attackers use common passwords like 1234 or password or your name plus 123 or 4567889. That's the most common password that that you will use. The next is some example is the brute force attack. It is more just like the dictionary attack, but this method tries every possible combination of characters. It's time consuming, but short, simple passwords are easy to crack. Real life example. Gaming platforms like Steam or Epic Games have been targeted this way. Users with weak passwords are usually the first to get hacked. The last is hybrid or combinatorial attacks. It combines dictionary and brute force techniques, uses rules like adding numbers or special characters or replacing letters O with number zero, like replacing numbers even for letters. Let's talk about the denial of service or DOS and distributed denial of service DDoS attacks. This for denial of service attack or DOS inhibits authorized users by flooding the system with data, causing slowdowns or a complete block. It's just like spamming emails from time to time to cause your system to slow down. For the DOS attack, similar but more dangerous. It operates from multiple devices across the network, making it harder to defend against. DOS versus DDoS. For DOS, single source, easier to mitigate. Target service resources like RAM and CPU. For DDoS, multiple devices or botnets flood the network's infrastructure, making it harder to detect and defend. Categories of DOS attack. Application layer attacks targets the server's application layer or layer of 7 of OSI. Example, HTTP floods, slow loaders, DNS query floods. For network layer attacks, disrupts network connectivity layer 3 to 4. These attacks can cause severe operational damage. Example, UDP floods, SYN floods, NTP amplification. For HTTP attack, HTTP flood attack overwhelms a server with excessive requests, causing DOS or denial of services. Layers, application layer OSI layer 7 handles internet protocols like HTTP. The challenge is it is difficult to differentiate between legitimate user traffic and malicious traffic. Types of HTTP flood attacks: HTTP GET attack and HTTP POST attack. For mitigating HTTP attack, CAPTCHA, JavaScript challenges to verify user authenticity at login pages forms. Web Application Firewall or WAF blocks malicious traffic and manages IP reputation in real time. It is the ending of my presentation. Thank you and have a great day.